in the cut, your cut stuck up, give it up. Wasn't enough, the cuffs left blood thin enough. I gotta go, told you I gotta go. Running away from your drama, always put on a show. And I'm gonna leave now, I believe now. Everything that my friends say, giving me doubt in my head. No, we're dead now, like a bleed out.
If you have a body part that is lagging, you know, instead of killing it, back off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let it rest more. Hit it hard, get the blood in there, but let it rest more, and then you're gonna see growth. Here's what I tell everybody. First of all, the big mistake people make when they see a body part, it's not responding, what they do automatically, they train it more. And this is wrong, because now you're overtraining that body part. You see what I'm saying? So now if you talk to somebody who knows what's going on in your body and knows your body, he will be able to better assist you. So now what I tell people, for an example, they tell me, oh man, I'm doing 500 pounds of legs. Everything hurt me, my back hurt me, my knee hurt me. But you know, my legs are not growing. Well, you know why? Because it's have been proven over and over and over again. And forget about been proven. I've been doing this for 30 years, you know, plus. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen people who have big legs, and I've seen people who suffer to have big legs and they don't. And you know what I found out? People that have bigger legs, they never do super heavy weight and only 4 and 5 reps and put it back. No, they always do 15 and above. Starting in the 70s and 80s, Tom Platz, he always did 25s on a squat. You know what I'm saying? And he had the biggest legs in the world. Kai Green, my client, look at his legs. Branch Warren, my client, look at his legs. And you know what? I'm looking at him, I'm absorbing, and I used to write stuff down. Like Branch, he never did anything less than 15. Like he started with 15 to 25. He never goes do 1 or 2 sets no, because your legs, you're walking on them. They're a different type of tissue. They, you know, the fiber in them. They're not gonna grow by doing 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit them 15 or more. Because anything less than that, you know, like if you do super heavy, you're only training your back and your joint, and that's something in bodybuilding we don't want to do. And like I said, you hit them once, but hit them hard and let them rest. People, they start training more and more in the gym. Come on, guys, you don't grow in the gym. We all know, I say it for a million times, you're gonna grow while resting and feeding. You know, you're not gonna grow in the gym. I don't care if you spend hours and hours, you know. Well, you know, look at Kai or look at Jay Cutler. You're not Kai and you're not Jay Cutler, and you're not doing what they're doing. You don't have the genetic they have. Every individual is different. You know, when I go train Kai, for an example, for the Arnold, you know, a couple years ago when he won all the Arnolds, you know, I went there. Our workouts never more than 45 minutes, except on leg day, take a little over an hour. You know, like, I'm glad you guys asking me those questions so we can show people. So now if you know, remember, from 0 to 45 minutes, really has been proven in many studies, your GH level is high. You know, you're at high output, you're really growing, you're pushing, you're putting the glycogen, you're bringing the blood to that muscles you're training. But then after 45 minutes, you start going into cortisol level. You know, your GH level starts plummeting and all that. So you really, if you train too long, it's not a good thing for you. You know, so don't think that you're gonna grow in the gym if you sleep in the gym. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, some people I suggest they train twice a day, you know, in the off season, because they have a lot of good food, a lot of good nutrients, a lot of good vitamins, you know. So it's good to train twice a day if you have the time, you know, if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But with me, I never train more than once a day. For an example, Kai never trained more than once a day. Jay never trained. So people wonder, like, you know, how I beat cancer. A lot of people ask me how I beat cancer. You know what? I heard a lot of people say, fuck cancer, hell with cancer. Guess what? You want to do something about cancer? You really want to stop it from spreading? You really want to stop it from keep coming? Stop sugar. Stop sugar, you guys. Sugar feeds cancer. That's the bottom line. The bottom line. Like, you either go, if you have any kind of disease, like now we've been proven that if you go on keto and you have cancer, you can beat it. Or if you can go on alkaline, you can beat it. So, you know, and there's many stuff of sugar. Like, for an example, a lot of people now, they're going to agave. Oh my God, it's great. No, it's terrible. You know why? Because it could cause an inflammation. It could, you know, let your pancreas release insulin, all that stuff. So you're still feeding the cancer. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's talk about sucralose. My God, sucralose, they have it in all protein and all BCAA and all that stuff. And you know what? It's the worst, you guys. It's the worst. It's been proven many times in many studies it causes inflammation and cause gut problem and so many things. So what do you think all that stuff is doing to us? Seriously, we need to stay away. You know, I don't want to even tell you numbers, but why don't you go check how much, you know, not worldwide, just in the US, how much we use sugar in the 60s versus 2018, 2019. You're gonna be shocked. You will be flabbergasted. Sugar is the devil. You wanna kill cancer? Stop sugar. You know what? Like when you take your little baby and go to the bank or whatever and they give you a little sucker to your baby, oh, thank you. Imagine they're giving your baby a cigarette. You know what? You'll freak out because, oh, cigarette is bad. Meanwhile, you know, the nicotine killing 18% of the population, sugar killing 80%, because almost every disease known to man is caused by your insulin being messed up. So let's see how many people now they're gonna, you know, disagree with me. I love it, but seriously, guys, and you know, no joke, no, you know, note here. Stay away from sugar. Everything have sugar, stay away from it. You know, you want a little sweetener, the only thing is actually, it's been proven now on the market, stevia. Stevia is really good because it boosts your immunity, it's good for your, you know, of course, don't overdo anything like we always say. But, you know, if you want to have a little cup of tea or whatever, it's okay to put a, you know, maple syrup, a tablespoon of maple or tablespoon of good raw honey. But stay away from sugar. And even the good honey and the stevia and all that, even they're good for you, don't overdo it. Stop feeding cancer. Stop feeding diseases, you know. Sugar does nothing except bringing our immunity down, make us acidic. So stop doing that, you guys, seriously. Love you all. There's life after bodybuilding. What I learned from bodybuilding, honestly, taught me discipline. Discipline is amazing, man. It gave me an amazing freaking attitude towards life. It gave me, you know, a mind and body connection. Like I start feeling what works for me, what doesn't. And every bodybuilder, honestly, or every smart bodybuilder should write down, you know, each and every food. Have a diary to know what works and what doesn't work for you. What makes you look good and what makes you look bad. It's very important. You know what I'm saying? And that's what bodybuilding taught me. Is you know, I sadly to say, you know, like at the beginning taught me how to be healthy, but then when I get involved in you know, using synthetic enhancement and stuff years ago, it really not necessarily is healthy. It took me the wrong path. So now that I'm a little older and I know that there's life after bodybuilding, you know, remember, this is very important, you guys know, there's life after bodybuilding. What I mean by that, when you're 50 and 60 years old, you don't want to look back and say, oh man, I wish I would have done it this way, and I wish my kidneys are not bad, and I wish my liver's not bad, or I wish, that's not going to do you any good, because now it's too late. So that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to tell people stuff that, you know, that do and don't, because I want to try to help everybody. So maybe they say, man, we wish, you know, or actually instead of wish, I'm glad I listened to that guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel so much better now that I'm retired and old or whatever.
In the cut, You cut, stuck up, give it up. Wasn't enough, the cuffs left blood thin enough. I gotta go, told you I gotta go. Running away from your drama, always put on a show. And I'm gonna leave now, I believe now. Everything that my friends say, giving me doubt. In my head, no, we're dead now, like a bleed out. I ain't never gonna let you back in, believe me, we're done now. Sold out, you sold out. All your friends run that cold mouth. In the end, still all about everything to do with clout. I know you're always right, and I'm wrong. I'm sick of listening to this same old song. Thought we were close, you just in it for the gain. I ain't here to play these games, so reach on another name. It's all good, I'm alright, I'm so fine. I'll cut ties with your lies.